This is the weekly check on the VermiBag Max that contains African night crawlers. Bin was started, it was actually started on the 20th of May. I think last week I reported the 28th, but it was not. It was the 20th. Let's see. There's some babies on the inside. Oh, yep. Oh, and there's some hanging out on the top. There's some sprouts here, but you can see worms up at the top. All right, I think I just fed here on the top. In the center, there are still gnats in the inside here. All right, let's see how these guys are doing. It's moist in the center. Where the newspaper was, it's not so moist. And on the sides, let's see. Pardon my shadow. Got a light right above me. All right, so the center is moist. The sides are not. They're dry. Which is good, I guess. I'm assuming... well, there's... Actually, I do see worms. They're out. There's... Like I mentioned before, there's not a lot of worms in here. I wanted to see how I do with this bin, or the system, VermiBag, before adding more worms to it. And I think I will stand with that as well. And they haven't gotten into the food yet. And I'm thinking maybe it's too dry for them, even though I feel it's moist. It's not moist enough. So, let me see. Since there's still food and bedding, I think I will just leave them as is. I will just water them up, and we'll go from there. Yeah, I think that's the best course of action for this week. All right, so because they like carbon more than other food, it would seem. But actually, well, let me give them a small feeding. I think I'll do that because last time, look at this. Would you consider this food? Food? More carbon, right? Newspapers, carbon. They need something to whet their appetite, I think. There's some banana skins in here still. But that's from last week. And prior, I had been taking food out of the freezer, the food scraps out of the freezer, and letting them sit on my counter and getting them more, how do you want to say, pre-composted. But I haven't been doing that lately because I'm starting to run out of food. So I've just been taking them out of the freezer, sticking them in my fridge. So they're not pre-composted. So it's taking them maybe 2 weeks to get to the food instead of 1. And come to think of it, looking under here, because a week or 2 ago, I did feed them pineapple skins. And I don't see any of that in here at the moment. So I think they, so it's taking a while for them to get to that. I mean, for it enough to break down. Let's see, what is this? This might be one lonely pineapple skin left. And that's the only one I see in here. And they were huge pieces. What I had given them a week or so ago. Actually, it was 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I think. So I think I will feed them. I'm tempted to put in another bin of Africans, but I think I'll hold off. Yeah, I'll hold off. Anyway, so let me give them a feeding. It's kind of wet, and now they'll probably enjoy the moisture. Let's see what kind of stuff is in here. Ends of romaine lettuce. There's some, this is from tamale, so it's not like it's fresh corn husk. It's cooked corn husk, which does take a lot longer for them to, for it to break down. There's some tomatillo skins. Let's see, what else do we have here? Banana skins, cilantro. We've got some sunflower seed shells, cutie tangerine skins, and that's about it. So I think that's what they'll have today. And that should be enough for them in the usual warm chow. And some moist bedding. See, put some in here for them. Just ruffle it up a little bit. I'm sure they'll get to it despite any mixing that I may or may not do with the food here. And that's it. I'll put some neem seed on the top. Replace the bubble wrap, and they should be good for another week. Thank you for coming on this journey with me.